Hey, Stoney here with another live cast of Mechabellum. Alright, we got Spider, Marksman, we have Aerial, Rhino. That could be pretty fun. Or Missile Spec with the Saber-Tooth Hound. I'm feeling a little standard today, so let's just keep going standard a little bit and see how far we go. Recently, I've seen a far fewer standard games at the 2000 MMR range. I feel like this is a little weak right now. So let's try to make them a little stronger. This is a tough board to play into though, right? The Hound tank board. It might actually make sense just to go with high explosive in round 1. And maybe do like crawlers. Put it on the right hand side. Okay. Alright, marksmen are pretty deadly here. Not much we can do, honestly. And these Stonecaller shots are really just terrible. They're not getting anything. Alright, we'll fix that with some chap. That should be fine. Wow, this is some really bad Stonecaller shots. We'll get it there. We'll get there. Alright, some fans would have fixed this problem. On the ground, ER Phoenixes. Alright, we're gonna pull everything over towards the middle. And hopefully as things are moving towards the middle, the Stormcallers get to do their thing. And just have a bit more collateral damage. That's the goal anyways. Come on, Storms. You're built for this. Alright. Not too bad, considering he did take the extra collar. Alright, time to range on these arc lights. Intensive. I'm going to take range. Gonna be another crawler down here. It's going to be a outside situation. He does have fire badgers, which means the fire badgers are going to do well here in the middle. But that's not too bad. I think the storms will do just fine into the fire badgers. Yep, this is good. Arc lights locking on to the fire badgers just a little bit. Not too much. Just enough to kind of get the work done. Alright. Now the hounds. Stormcaller's doing work. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Not winning, but not bad. Way better. Now what we need. Phoenixes. Great option. Alright, triple Phoenixes. So the oil here is really just to slow everything down. So you know everything's going to get pulled into the middle. So we're putting oil there to make sure that everything slows down. Alright, so we have hounds for chaff clear. Ooh, I actually have an Arclight being attacked way too early. In fact, both of the Arclights are being attacked way too early. Ooh, this timing is not good. Which means we have crawlers spilling over, despite the fact that we actually have a pretty decent middle line here. This is really bad. And again, death by Arclight. Alright. Well, the answer for that really is just level 2 Mustangs, right? Alright, let's go. Level 2 Mustangs it is. Additional deployment. We're gonna get some fangs up front. And these fangs are going to have armor. Alright. We can possibly level something up. Let's see, the hounds, we do have the level 2. So we're gonna level up these guys here. And then next turn, we're gonna go with the Mustangs. So this turn, they actually had it pretty good. My opponent is also going to Mustangs. I think that's a great choice. I'm taking AM on the Mustangs. Really nice. The thing with AM on the Mustangs is that they cannot compete against my Mustangs, which will come in at level 2 next turn. Alright, Phoenix just got an upgrade. Getting rid of the Fire Badgers, nice and early. The Fangs, they're still not moving close enough. That's a problem once again. On both sides, so we will need to have Mustangs to provide that secondary line of defense. Yep. Okay, no problem. I mean, surprisingly, we're still doing okay here. Alright. So now we know where the problem is. Now we can fix it. Fortress. Farseer. They're pretty good. I think it's probably going to be a Farseer. Want to get rid of the Farseer. And we're just going to put a lot of Mustangs. We're going to take range. Missile. Alright. Fire on the storms. That is fantastic. On a round I'm trying to go Mustangs. That is really smart. We will need to have some items here. But this is really good. I'm at 1500, so I probably should have taken something else. Let's see. I wonder if the fire is actually helping me, because all this stuff is kind of being funneled in here a little bit. So if he's going with the fire, it's actually not doing too bad. Let's see. I mean, he is crawler heavy. Okay, all things considered, I think the Mustang is actually doing okay. We do need to stop the fire next turn, though. Becomes a bit of an issue. Bombard. Who can say no to bombard? Alright, so we need to be 100% super protected. And on the other side, I'm thinking of doing something like this. Maybe just to draw some fire off. Alright, here's the bombard. Come on, Mustang. Get in there. That's right. Okay, Mustang did get in. Lots of fire coming down. Okay. How are we doing on clearing that front line? I think this is fine. We still got tons of Mustangs left over. And it really just comes down to the Phoenixes picking everything else off. Okay, we did. And now we're going to pop up all the bubbles. Excellent. All right. There is most likely going to be a Vulcan here. We just need to prepare for that. Yeah, but for now, though, we are going to do this. And add even more Phoenixes in the middle. to help clear things out a little bit. Okay, so there's most likely going to be... Let's see, what's the damage on some of these things? Okay, you actually did pretty bad damage. So we're gonna put some shield here in case he decides to, like, foil on me. Alright, lots of chaff, lots of mustangs. And just the sheer amount of phoenixes, I feel, should get the job done. Yep, pushing through. Just a lot of phoenixes for him to deal with. Alright. And if we're in a phoenix fight, Void Eye is a good option, I think. We're gonna take Quantum. I'm gonna launch a bunch of Void Eyes. Okay, we're gonna get these. I'm gonna have these guys over here. Mostly for the Mustangs to deal with. I'm gonna mobile beacon things a little bit. I'm gonna take range for sure. We are most likely just going to continue fighting here. I'm gonna put another shield bubble. Okay, we got underground crawlers. Underground crawlers are actually going to take a huge amount of time to clear, which is not great. But at the same time, we have a really crap ton of phoenixes. We have almost as many phoenixes as he has mustangs. And they all have quantum. So I'm hoping the quantum is going to be a saving grace here. Oh, looks like this is not going to be it. Alright. Alright, the battle continues. Incendiary bomb. Really good. Okay, we're gonna have fire over here on this side. Phoenixes, they're in the middle. These guys will continue to be a menace on the corner. I think it's just going to be a bit more arc lights, right? So that we can deal with these units a little bit better. And on this side, I think we need a bit more chaff. And we're going to beef up the arc lights on the other side. I'm going to take armor. Yeah, here's fire. Did get some Mustangs, so all things considered, still useful. Okay, the fire could be very good here in the middle. Yeah. Which means the Phoenixes are kind of breaking through. The center, though, is kind of a problem. Never really had a chance to get to that Vulcan, so wow, well done. Okay, so what happened here? I think the healing sledges were really good. They were tanking a lot of shots from these Phoenixes. And they were also doing a great work clearing out my chaff. This Vulcan here was doing, I mean, it's the second highest in unit killed. And it's only being on the board for, what, 2 rounds? So that's a really huge value here for this level 3 Vulcan. As for the rest of his unit, I mean, Phoenixes, I think he's got more Phoenixes than I do. And of course, the Mustangs themselves, they were kind of clearing out this Stormcallers. But I think it really just comes down to these 2 units, the Sledgehammers and the Vulcan. I tried to kind of get the missile here so that I have high-level Phoenixes locking onto this Vulcan, but it didn't seem like this Phoenix locked onto the Vulcan. Last round, I only did 10k, and it's shooting 10k per shot, so it never really got to that unit. Which was a shame, because once we get to that Vulcan, things would have been a little different. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this game, and if you want to see another one, here's one for you, and I'll see you on the next one.
Prepare your tactics, Mechabellum's calling. Deploy your fortress, the battlefield's alive with swarms.